Hello world, welcome to the 57th video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man in movies. Also say hello world to my beard. I've been in the military for about 20 years and we have to telework due to the coronavirus. And as such, you can see the nice beard. So I'm hoping that I get to grow it out a little bit more. So one of my friends has asked me, where do you see how you're going to deploy Shane? And to be honest, I would like and I dream for Shane to be everywhere that I go. You know, a real digital assistant, just like Jarvis in the Iron Man movies and comics. He's always with Tony Stark somehow, whether that be a watch or on his glasses or however. And so I really want that, or at least the ability to interact with pretty much anything. So it kind of reminded me, now that I have time to be at home, that I have this Lego EV3 Mindstorms, right? So this is kind of ubiquitous in robotics learning for children in schools. And it has become some sort of a YouTube phenomenon about building amazing things with it. So today we're going to load this Linux-based software called EV3DEV so we can run some quick Python scripts. And so this website right here, ev3dev.org. So this is the home page. So start here. So the first thing you're going to need is a micro SD or micro SDH card. It should be greater than 2 gigs, but no bigger than 32 gigs. And so if you have a micro SDHC, there is a way to format that. And you can check out my Raspberry Pi video, which I'll put a link in the description. And you can see how you can format that down, called FAT 32, so you can reduce it if you have to use an SDXC 62 megabit card or 64 megabit card or gigabit card. But what I used is just a simple 16 gigabit micro SDHC card, and it worked perfectly. So you'll have to connect the EV3 to your computer. I use this. It came with it. It's the USB to PC connector. So the first thing you do is you're going to download the latest EV3DEV image file. So click here. I've already done this. And save it. It could be to your downloads. That's fine. Don't unzip it. So if you have an unzip software that automatically unzips it, you're going to have to turn that off. So leave it how it is. And once that's downloaded, you can go here and download this Etcher system. And what that does is it loads compressed images onto appropriate hardware. So go to the website, download it. It takes like 5 minutes. And then you launch it. It'll look like this. This is a great tutorial. So you're going to select the image that just downloaded. It should be a zip file. And then you're going to select the drive, which your micro SD card, you have to insert this, what's it called? Adapter. So put this into your computer, and then once you see it, connect to that drive. And then you're going to flash it. So it says plug the SD card into your PC. If it doesn't have a micro SD slot, you have to use this adapter. It looks like this. So Etcher should detect the new device, and it did for me, and then you press flash. So it takes about 5 minutes. My screen looked a little different, but it did say flash complete. And then you are ready for the next step. So what I'm going to be covering is how to log on using your laptop or desktop using Windows. So if you are going to log on to your EV3 using Raspberry Pi, a BeagleBone, then please use these steps, except I don't know anything about that. I know Raspberry Pi, but I'm not going to be using that. So the next thing you do is you boot your EV3DEV. Okay, so how you do that is you press this button in the middle. So first, you insert your USB drive with the image that's flashed onto there, and then you hold down this and the light will turn on. It'll go through a massive checksum up here, and you'll let that run. So it does say after about 1 minute the screen will go blank, which is true. Mine did the same thing. And it takes a while to load. And then finally you'll get to a screen that looks like that. Now, if you have Bluetooth set up, you can use that if you would like. So what I recommend is that you restart it. So go, once it's loaded, press this button here to go all the way back, and then if you press it twice, it'll give you this menu right here, and then press reboot, not power off, reboot. Okay, so once that's done, you'll need to determine how you can set up a network connection, and this gives you plenty of options. Here is a Wi-Fi, USB through a PC. You could do it with Bluetooth. It's kind of up to you. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to close the camera view right now and then plug in my PC3. I know that's disappointing. You wanted to see my beard, but you're going to have to stand by on that. Okay, so we will be connecting with a USB through a PC. So connect here. Okay, so before connecting the USB, go ahead and open your device and printers. Then you connect your EV3 to your Windows computer with the USB that came with the EV3. Then this unknown device will come on, and then it will automatically install the driver. At least mine did. And then it'll look like this. If you want it to look like this EV3, you can by clicking this. That's not important to me. So you right click here, go to network settings, and then right here, change adapter settings, go to Ethernet, rename it, go to properties, go to sharing, make sure that's clicked. And then you'll get to this one right here. So mine worked first time. I've read on the internet that this isn't always the case. And so just look right here on these instructions. So on yours, you'll go to network and select managed connections, then click this wired, then do the connect automatically. So you'll see an IP address once you are connected. It does take a while. So once you are connected wired, if you do have Bluetooth on your laptop or computer, you can also go like this, Bluetooth here, and then you can add a Bluetooth or other device right here. So it does say EV3DEV right here. If I wanted to connect Bluetooth, I already tried. I've connected both wired and Bluetooth. All right. So once you have either a Bluetooth or wired connection, you can close that. We're going to connect using SSH. So if you're unfamiliar with Linux-based operations or commands, then just follow this guide exactly how it's written. So it says learn how to connect with SSH. Alright, so first you're going to have to download this program called Putty, Putty. So go to their download page and run it. It takes like 5 seconds. I already have mine installed. So click it. It's going to look just like this right here. We're going to type in EV3DEV. The port is 22. Leave on default settings. Click open. I've already accepted the risk of a potential security breach. That's up to you. And then I've already logged in once or twice, but yours will look like this right here. So mine is right here. It goes straight to the login screen. So type in robot. And then the default password is maker. Now, when you type it in, nothing will change here, right? That's kind of unique to Linux when you're working with passwords. All right. And now I am logged in. And if you are also new to Linux, then like I said, just follow this tutorial exactly. So the first thing you want to do is type in fortune if this is your first time working with Linux-based commands, and you'll see different types of funny messages that Linux developers create. So writing is easy. All you do is sit staring at the blank sheet of paper until drops of blood form on your forehead. So, or you might have gotten this one, your domestic life may be harmonious. Don't ask me, it's just something fun that Linux developers do. And now we are connected through SSH. Now it says choose a programming language and write some code. So if you see the available programming languages, we're going to try Python. Okay, so all right, so next we're going to go, and I'll put the link in the description, is do our very first Hello World program. So here you can say setting up a Python development environment with PyCharm. So we're logged in already with Putty, and now we're here. So first, like I said, we're already connected to the SSH. So first you're going to configure a host repo on the EV3 device. So first you're going to type each one of these in. So you're going to do sudo apt-get update. Sudo apt-get update. Like I said, these are Linux-based commands. So if you don't know what sudo or apt-get is, then just follow along exactly how it is. I've already done this, but as soon as that's done running, well, we can run it and see what it says. I should be all updated. Sudo apt-get update. It's going to ask for the password. Remember, it's maker. Now remember, in Linux, the cursor doesn't change when entering passwords. So then it's going to go out and it's going to get any updates possible, and this will run. So while it's running, as soon as that's done, then you're going to type in this by itself. I skipped this one. I did not do this, and I did not do that one. You don't need to do that. But you do need to install Git. And what that does is it gives you the ability to go to GitHub and download, projects directly from GitHub. See, as you can see, this is still running. So then you type in each one of these separately. So this is make a directory called myproject.git. Then you're going to initialize it using this code. And then you're going to make a directory just called my project. Okay, then you're going to use something called Nano to run this file right here. So let's see what that looks like. So nano myproject.get hooks post receive. And it's going to open up this file right here. So Nano is a text-based editor for Linux where you can type in code. And what it's telling you is to add the following lines to the file you just opened. So type that in. I already did it. So that's an exclamation point. And you enter all this in. Okay, so once you type it all in, so what this code doesn't talk about is where to go from here. So you're going to press Control O, which is write out, which means execute the file. And then you're going to exit. Okay, you don't get a lot of confirmation saying great job, but that's okay. And then you do this one right here. Type that in here. I've already done it, so I don't need to do it again. And then if you're going to be using PyCharm, then you can. But I'm going to not install PyCharm. We're going to talk about that in another. So skip this configuring synchronization in PyCharm. Okay, and then what you're going to do is add some code. So what you need to do is type in nano myproject.py or whatever you want to call this. It doesn't have to be my project. And it's going to open up this. I've already typed it in, but you can ignore this unless you want to try, unless you have a motor already connected. So then you type in this right here, user bin environment Python 3 from EV3DEV.EV3 import everything. That's what the asterisk means. Then you're going to do a sound equals sound and then sound.speak hello world. All right, and then you do the write out, which is Control O. That's what control is. And then you're going to exit. Boom. And now to run it. So depending on the steps, I don't have to CD, which is change directory, into my project. I don't need to do that. I don't know if these steps are out of order, but I did not make a my project folder. It says right here, but I didn't create the Python file in there. So I can run it straight from here. And how you run a program is you type in Python 3, whatever you named it. We named ours myproject.py, and then you run it. And what it's doing is sending a code
Hello world
to the EV3, and it should execute whatever code you just passed. So let's say you that doesn't work and you get an error. Type in ls. Right, this lists. So these blue ones are directories, and this is the file. Mine is in this file right here in this root robot file. If you do not see the .py, whatever you named it, if you did this one, run motor, then you have to cd into your my project folder by pressing cd my project. And then type in ls and see I have nothing in that folder. That's where yours might be if you ran through this code on this page. So I'm going to cd out of that by pressing cd ... just cd, and then type in ls again, and you'll see the myproject.py. All right, so I am going to show you what my code looks like. Okay, so we're going to run this code and I'm going to show you what it looks like on mine. So you could press up to go through a bunch of the commands that you've just done. Okay, I had to restart my Putty 3. So we're going to run this program. Remember, ls. So we are going to go Python 3 and then the name of your file. And then we're going to listen for what this does.
Hello world.
Alright, in a weird British voice, this just said hello world. And that is the extent of our program. So all we did was we created a sound class and then we said speak hello world. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We ran our first hello world with EV3DEV and Python on our EV3 Mindstorm Lego brick. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just the first of my playlist. We're going to be doing some exciting things with this. So if you've already done a cool project like this, please leave a comment, send me your YouTube link, or show me what you're doing if you have a website or a Reddit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this video. Thanks. Goodbye, world.